Hi friends, today for social studies we're going to be visiting and learning about a new country. For this activity, make sure that you have your social studies journal handy and you can follow along with us as we learn about the different places. We'll do a map, we'll talk about the food, the animal, and then a few choices for fun facts. Today we're going to be learning about a country that some of you have been to and some of you might even know some fun information about. Today we're going to be learning about China. If you know something interesting about China or you visit there and want to tell your friends about it, feel free to leave a comment on the video and we can see what else we can learn about this country. On your social studies paper now, right in the middle, you're going to write down the word China. So go ahead and record that on your journal now. All right, friends, now we're going to be zooming in on our map so we can get a closer look at China. We'll start with our whole world, and then we're going to zoom in. Today we're going to be visiting the continent of Asia. China is a country in Asia, and China is one of the biggest countries in Asia. When we look at China, we notice that China is such a big country that on the western half of the country we have some mountains, and on the eastern half of the country touches the Pacific Ocean. So it's a very big country. On your social studies journal, on the map part, go ahead and do your best. It is a very tricky shape, but do your best to draw a map of China. Go ahead and do your map now. All right, friends, now that we've done our map, now we're going to learn about some food that you can find in China. There are lots and lots of different kinds of Chinese food, and you might even have a favorite. If you want to share your favorite Chinese food, you can also write that in the comments. But today we're going to be learning about two different foods that are very popular. The first one we're going to learn about is the national dish of China. And this is a dish that's cooked in both the northern and southern parts of China. And this dish is called Peking duck. It is a duck that has some sweet sauce on it and it is very delicious. It's one of my favorite Chinese foods. So that's your first choice to write about for foods today. The second food that we're going to talk about is a food that many Chinese people eat during Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year, and this food is dumplings. Dumplings are usually filled with some sort of vegetable and meat, and they are also another one of my favorite Chinese foods. So go ahead, and for food today you have a choice. You can either draw a picture and write about Peking duck, or you can draw a picture and write about dumplings. For our animal today, you're also going to have two choices of different animals that you can write about. Your first choice is the giant panda. Giant pandas are an animal that are found in China. Giant pandas are a very, very big animal. Adult pandas grow up to be about the same size as a human adult and even weigh a little bit more. So they're very, very big. You might already know that pandas are famous for eating bamboo, but what you might not know is that pandas can eat up to 30 pounds of bamboo a day. So they do a lot of eating. That might explain why they are so big. Another animal that you can find in China is called a gibbon. A gibbon is a type of monkey, and there's lots of different kinds of gibbons that are all different colors. But one thing that is interesting about gibbons is that they live in the jungle, and they are also one of the fastest monkeys that live in trees. So they're one of the fastest climbers, and they can swing and swing from branch very, very quickly. For your animal today, you have a choice to draw a picture of a giant panda or a gibbon. Go ahead and fill out your animal now. All right, friends, for our fun fact today, you also have two choices. We're going to visit two very famous places in China and learn more about them. The first one is the Great Wall of China, which is one of the most famous and most visited places in China. The Great Wall of China is very, very old. It was built over 2,000 years ago, and it was built to keep enemies out during that time. The Great Wall is also almost 14,000 miles long, and you can visit it in lots of different places, and most of it goes through the mountains. Some people think that you can see the Great Wall from space, but it is not true. It's not quite that big, but it is something that can be seen in many different places of China because it is so big. The second thing that we're going to talk about for China today for a fun fact is a holiday that's celebrated in China and also in other places of the world for all Chinese people. This holiday is called the Lunar New Year or the Chinese New Year. This holiday usually happens at the end of January or the beginning of February. This year it was in January. It was on January 25th. Each year there is also an animal that is picked to be the symbol for the year, and this year for 2020 the symbol of the year is the rat. So for your fun fact today, you can choose to either write about the Great Wall or write about Lunar New Year. You can go ahead and fill that out on your fun facts now. I hope you enjoy learning about this new place. If you want to share something that you know, please leave a comment below. I would love to even myself learn some more, and I can't wait to see where we go next time.